So number one, I'm going to be sounding a lot, I'm going to be sounding congested because I'm getting over a cold. But I wanted to do the top 22 books that I want to read in 2022. I did not get this done sooner. I am going to be cheating just a little bit. For 22 books, it's going to be more like, I don't know, 40. I'm counting series as one book because I know I can get series done pretty quick, especially if the first book is really good. And most of the time, if I read the first one, I always go and read the second one. So that's why I'm going to be cheating a little bit. I'm going to start before I go driving myself insane and the rest of you. And some of these series I don't have the rest of them, and some of the series, like this one I'm going to be showing you, there is still one book that needs to come out, and that does not come out until November. So I gotta wait another 10 months. We'll see. But there's still like 2 more other books that I have to read in the series. But that is the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. Keeper of the Lost Cities series. I have read all but book 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8.5, and 9, but 9 has not come out yet. But this is number 1 series. I started reading this series when Chantal from Chantal Reads All Day read them, and she said they were really good, so I read we had the first book, and I finally read it, and I just went and grabbed all the other books because they were the first book was really, really good, and I'm just slowly continuing the series and adding more books to the series. The next series I have is a very big series. I don't remember how many books are in this series. So that is the O'Malley series by Dee Henderson. This was my mom's favorite series, and she keeps raving about them, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll read them if you want. And the more she's telling me about them, the more I am getting interested in them. Yikes. Sorry. But I have the pre-sequel, the first book, 4, 5, and 6. And I think that's all, but I'm missing books 2 and 3. So we are going to try to look for them, but I am really interested in these. So I'm going to try them out. So if you do not know, I love Western. Anything Western, anything 1800s, I love, like, obsessed. If you do not know, wrong way, horses are my one weakness. But Mary Connolly or Keneally, I don't know how to say it anymore. Mary Connolly has one of my top favorite authors ever. And I have read 3 series by her, and all of them I have loved. And so I have gradually been getting her books and adding them to my shelf, and some of them I have been gifted, and some of them I have just found at thrift stores and wherever I can find them, and I just grab them whenever I try to find them, or whenever I see them. One of those series that I got for Christmas was the Wild at Heart series. I have books 1 and 2 of the Wild at Heart series. This is Tired and True, and this is Tried, not Tired. Tried and True, and this is Now and Forever. And, what is this? These are about sisters. Okay, so there's 3 sisters. And the third one is about the oldest sister. Fire and Ice is the third one, and I don't have that one. But at least I have the first. I can't think anymore. I have the first and the second one. More about Mary Connolly. I have Swept Away, Lassoed in Texas, book 1 by Mary Connolly. Like I said, every time I see a Mary Connolly book that I haven't read, I grab it and I read it. But this is not one I have read. but it is one that I plan to. So there's book 1, and I hope to get the rest of this series and the rest of the Wild at Heart as well. And then Gingham Mountain. This has 4 books, and this is the 4th book. I didn't realize it was the 4th one. But there's Petticoat Ranch, Calico Canyon. There's another one. I know there is another one. But I'm pretty sure this is like the 4th one in the series. Okay, for Melanie Dickinson. I have A Spy's Devotion. The very first book I read by Melanie Dickinson, or the very first series I read by her, Fairy Tale Romance series, and I've read that series more than once, but that has been loaned to a cousin, and while that has been loaned to a cousin, I can focus on her other books. And one of these series is The Regency Spies of London, and this is book 1, and Hoopla, I've read Court of Swans on there, and loved it. Like, I don't know why everyone gave it such low rating. It was really, really good, and I don't get why people gave it such low stars, or low rating. But I am going to be reading more of her books, so this is another one, and I hope to get more, because, I have to. Another Western type book is Stealing Jake by Pam Hillman. This, I can't remember where we got this. We either got this in a, come on, think, Emma. One of those, Christian book distributor box where you get 10 books for $10 or something like that. Or this came with the box that my grandma sent with a bunch of other books, something like that. But this sounds also really interesting. I'm not going to read the back, or else I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to lose my voice after talking or doing this video. But that was one. And then another one is Step by Step by Candace Calvert. This is about an ER nurse and another dude who I don't know who he is. And I have a passion for being in the medical field, so I'm going to read this because I can. Because I can't remember the reason I wanted to. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. I don't know. It looks interesting, and it's very tempting to just start reading it by now. The movie on Netflix looks really, really good, but I have to read the book first before I watch it. So, that's what I'm going to read. Another medical book is Rewired. This is about this is by Dr. A.J.K. Seth. This is about a surgeon. A raccoon bite on the arm didn't seem that serious to Melissa Loomis, but when it became life or death medical crisis, even Melissa was ready to live life one-handed. Dr. A.J. Seth, the son of immigrant parents from India and a local orthopedic surgeon in private practice, worked to save Melissa's arm, but after days of treatment for recurring infection, he found himself performing his first ever arm amputation. In the months that followed, divine intervention combined with Melissa's determination and Dr. Seth's disciplined commitment and dedication to his patients brought about a medical breakthrough that could transform the lives of amputees around the world. That sounds interesting. So, we have that one. Then, another book that sounded really interesting and I've been dying to read ever since I've gotten it is Submerged by Danny Petrie. I can read. And this is a romantic suspense. Christian fiction romantic suspense. And it just looks really, really good. Forever or a Long, Long Time by Kala Carter. Everyone on the BookTube has been talking about this, and I've just been wanting to read it for forever. Forever or a long, long time. So, yikes. I am going to try to get this done this year because I just want to read it. like all the other books I want to read on this shelf. The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroy. Oh my word, I watched the movie for this and I fell in love instantly. I didn't get it done last year, but this will be the year. I swear it will. The Scarlet Pimpernel by Baroness Orczy. Dude, when I first read this title and the author, I thought this was the guy writing this, and I'm reading this at my friend's house while I'm there, and I'm like, this was written by a girl, like, and I got 2 chapters into it, and it's really, really good, so, I really want to get that done. The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle, by Avi. Avi is a really, really good author, and I've been wanting to read more of his books, so, and this one looks really, really interesting, and I think it's, I thought it was in it, almost like a, what is it, a diary form, but it's not, but it's about her on a ship. Oh, it's not, a 13-year-old girl who is accused of murder, and it's telling from her point of view, so. Then I have 4 horse books. I know, horses and Western. I don't know. It's probably me. 100 Horses by Sarah Lean. I saw this, and this is a new book. I got it a few days ago. But I've just been, once I first saw it, I was like, this looks so good. And I have read one of her other books. National Velvet by Enid Bragnold. I got this for Christmas for my mom, and it looks very, very interesting. Paint the Wind and My Friend Flicka. Paint the Wind by Pam Munoz Ryan. And My Friend Flicka by Mary O'Hara. I got this from my friend for my birthday. And I just found this at a thrift store. And Pam Munoz Ryan is a wonderful author. So, I got those 2. Lovely War by Julie Berry. Oh my word. I cannot stop thinking about this book. It's a hunker, and it's about Greek gods. I don't like Greek gods. I don't like Greek, no. I don't like any mythology, Greek mythology. I'm reading Plutarch, and it is the most boring book on God's green earth. Literally. I can't stand it. But I'm really interested in this one, because everyone keeps raving about it. Or was raving about it. They're not really talking about it anymore. But yeah. Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. My aunt read this while she was here one time and fell in love. Everyone says it's like Harry Potter, and I need to read it because it's kind of like nagging on me, like every other book I have. And then The Thief of Blackfriars Lane by Michelle Greep. I saw this at a bookstore, and just by the cover I fell in love, and I'm reading it, I'm like, I'm even more in love. I never owned it, I never bought it. Okay, I am back. My battery the camera battery decided to die on me. Rude. Okay, I was talking about The Thief of Blackfriars Lane, how I saw it at the bookstore, fell in love with the cover, read the back, fell even more in love, and now I just want to read it. I just want to read it. I don't know why. I don't know why it caught my eye. Of all the other books out there, this just caught my eye and was like, take me home with you. I did not take it home with me. With that price, like, what, $16? I was like, I love books, but I'm not paying $16 for a book. But then my grandma sent this bunch of books to us, and this was in it, and I was so excited. You could hear me screaming from across the house, so I can finally read it. But those are the 22 books that I want to read in 2022. I hope to get them done. I will probably not get them all done. You know me, I set high goals and then they get crushed. It's very sad. But I hope to get these ones done because they are my most anticipated books that I really want to read. So I will try to get them done, and I will tell you guys at the end of this year how I did. Without further ado, have another cup of coffee or tea and read another chapter. Bye.